Lighting's terrible. Maybe I should go outside. This is Ox Bigley, here to earn a little more hate points on the internet because, apparently I love talking about politics and crap. But so I have a question. You can see by the title of this video. Lighting is terrible. Equal pay for equal work. So the question I have is, actually not a question. I'll have a question in a second. Let me give you a situation that happens at the job I currently work at nearly every day. And I want you to tell me whether or not these people should get paid the same as everyone else. Pardon. So you have some people who close the store. I used to close work at a toy store. Used to close there. And nearly every night when there were carts, better lighting, hi. When there were carts in the parking lot that needed to be brought in, some of the employees would stay up front, in front of the door, talking to each other, basically waiting for us to be done so that way we can leave. There's that. And then not the same employees, but the same group of employees, one of them works in the baby section. A couple of them, actually. But the ones who work in the baby section often call over another employee to do something for them, to pick something up, or get something off of a shelf, climb up a ladder, and all this. Okay, so do they deserve the same pay as anyone else in that job? They're not doing the same job that someone else could be doing in that position. That's a question. Do they deserve equal pay? Now, at this point, I would ask you to pause the video and write your answer in the comment section below. Let me know whether or not those people I just mentioned deserve equal pay. And if you've done that, welcome back. Thank you for commenting, those who actually did, and conducted yourself as, a mature adult in doing so. Thank you. Or if you've waited until after the video, I thank you for acting like a mature adult. If you didn't act like a mature adult, then maybe a new pacifier should be in order. However, now let me give you a little bit more explanation in detail. Let's go back to the cart situation. What if I told you that these people who are not doing their share and are asking other people to do it, or waiting and not working, waiting for other people to do the work? What if I told you that they were women? Now, I'm not saying that this happens every branch of my store's chain. No. However, I firmly believe in work equality. I believe in equal work, equal pay. If you're going to do the same job, then you need to get the same pay. But the thing is, what if you're not doing the same job? Meaning equal work. Now, I'm not saying all women do this. By no means. I am sure that this is the exception more than the rule. I would hope that's the case. I can't say yes or no on that situation. I don't know. I've never worked everywhere that is currently in existence, so I can't tell you that. But if the answer would be no before I told you their gender, And if all of a sudden now you say yes, what changed? The information is still the same. Would it be prudent for a retail employer to pay someone or try to keep someone's pay the same rate as someone who's doing potentially more work? That's the question I have. Now, I'm not saying that women should be paid less than men. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is that regardless to your gender, regardless to your anything that can separate you from another person, if you are able to do the work, then you get paid the money for that job. If you're not able to do the work, then, or if you're unwilling to do the work, which I believe is the case in some of the instances that I mentioned, specifically the carts, I don't believe that that's a man-only job. And as I mentioned before, the times that I closed, which was for a good 6 months or more, I rarely saw a woman, a female member of the staff, go out and get carts. It was all the guys. The women all stand up front and we're talking to each other, waiting for us to get finished. Now, where's the equality there? Now, you want to talk about, years of oppression, but that's irrelevant to the situation. The situation is self-contained. It has nothing to do with any priors or anything. Because if it has anything to do with any priors, then you are favoring a group of people over another, which is discrimination. Let me paint it this way, what if it was a race issue? What if instead of men and women, it was whites and blacks? Then it would be viewed as, discrimination if the black people were out getting carts and the white people were all inside waiting for them to be finished. And it would be racist for the company to pay the white people the same as if they're paying the black people, or pay the black people less because even though they're doing more work. That's a different situation. Here you have some people who are doing more work and getting less pay. But the idea is favoring someone who does less work simply because of who they are. I'm not saying this as a general statement about women. I am not. I can only speak from my personal experience, which apparently to a lot of you on the internet means I made it up. I have a manager who's female, spends a lot of time on her cell phone, and anytime she's called to do anything, doesn't. And I've seen other managers, no problem, jump on a register, helping out or whatever. She would call everyone in the store before she ever lifted a finger to go on register. And that to me is just laziness. I don't care which way you slice it. If that was a guy, you'd be calling him lazy right along with me. But because it's a woman, you want to try to make up some excuse. That's where the problem lies, when you start making excuses instead of acknowledging the facts. Now, I know that regardless to work ethic, I think a work ethic should be rewarded accordingly. If you have a bad work ethic, that needs to be punished. If you have a good work ethic, that needs to be rewarded, regardless to gender, regardless to color, regardless to anything. Okay? So that's the question I have, is that if you're trying to say that women, regardless of their work ethic, should be paid equal to someone who is in this situation is able to do more, the situation that I'm telling you from my job, then you are favoring one over another. Simple. You are rewarding someone for doing less work, which is not good business, because then people can come in there, kick their feet up, and do less work and get the same pay. That is not right. I don't care which way you slice it, ain't right. So I await your hate. I'm sure that I'll get some people very maturely adult-like in the comments, calling me names like an adult. Trying to personally attack me and in aspects of my personality that they have no clue about, like an adult would. Basically throw a verbal, literary temper tantrum in the comments like an adult. I mean, as we see there, there's a lot of adulthood going on in the world right now, 2017. So, you don't like something, you riot. I'm sorry. I should correct myself. That's not the proper term anymore. It's protesting. We can't say rioting for some strange reason, even though it is what it is. As I said, I'll wait your hate, and see you the next time that I apparently just want nothing more to do than to piss you off. Bye.